Chased up the riverbank by a swarm of angry bees, the Kongs seek refuge in a large and seemingly abandoned sawmill. Hey, it happens to the best of us. This is part 9 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country 3. There are 3 things about this level that I think are really cool. The way the end of the level is right next to the start, but you're locked out until you reach the top. The way you fall through all the trapdoors at the end to get back to the start. And I forgot what the 3rd thing is. Like in Doorstop Dash, Squeals on Wheels locks you out of the level until you pick up the main gameplay mechanic. This time around, instead of pulling levers in the ceiling, it's stopping the wheels from spinning. Are the wheels powering the logging machinery? Who knows? Take out the sneak in the wheel with a barrel. The red gauge on the background pillar turns to green, and the door opens for you. That's the gist of it. Some gates need more than one wheel to stop, but you can see your progress on the gauge. It's not a particularly hard level, but it is quite long and winding, with more than a couple secret areas for you to find. Some of them are really cleverly hidden as well, requiring you to throw Dixie up onto wheels that might not seem accessible at first. There are no new enemies here, and not the greatest variety of old ones either. Sneaks and red buzzes dominate, but there's a few green buzzes and recoils around, as well as a single booty bird and a coin as always. At the end, we're introduced to the 3rd animal buddy of the game, and the final one to appear in the entire trilogy, Parry the Parallel Bird. He fucking sucks. I think this mill could have been a number of things, though it was likely used for logging, so I guess that makes it a sawmill? The wheels with the squeals could have been originally used as water wheels, or maybe they were part of the mechanisms used to power the conveyor belts or whatever, and maybe the gauges on the walls were to make sure they didn't run too fast or overheat. Something worth noting is at some stage in development, Squeals on Wheels and Murky Mill were switched around, so this level could have been in Lake Orangatanga instead. Maybe the levels were switched because Squeals on Wheels most resembles a sawmill, whereas Murky Mill could be any kind of mill. I mean, at the end of the day, they probably don't mean anything. But if I stop overthinking, even for a second, the demons take over. Squeals on Wheels is done on wheels, not sorry fuck you. Back into the trees for spring and spiders, and then to the riverside, in what is one of the most beautiful levels in the game. How are you all finding Kremwood Forest so far? To me, it's a bit business as usual, but I feel the levels here are actually quite strong. This one is probably the least interesting, but it's still a lot of fun. Until next time.